I'm just going to start right over from the start. So I hope you guys are having an awesome day today. Happy Monday. And how awesome has this summit been so far? It's been so amazing. Thank you, Alyssa, and all of the other people that have already gone. It's been so awesome being able to be in here and just feel the energy and the passion in everybody's voice. So, my name is Laura, and I am a personal empowerment and leadership coach. And I'm going to be here talking to you guys about how you can use the law of attraction to be able to manifest absolutely anything into your life. And when was the last time you heard that you could do absolutely anything that you wanted in your life? It's something that when we were young children, they told us that we could do absolutely anything we wanted, right? And then all of a sudden we grew up and they're like telling you, no, you can't do this. You're not good enough for that. All of these different things, right? So I'm here to tell you today to open up your minds, open up your hearts, and just dream a little bigger here with me today. So if you guys are here with me, say hello. And I'd love to hear where you're coming from. And then also, if you're catching the replay, thank you so much for catching the replay. And it'd be amazing to hear where you're coming from as well. I am here in Dunsford, just in between Lindsay and Bobcaygeon. And I'm super fired up to be here with you guys. So this is going to be an interactive one. So if you have a pen and paper, then that's awesome. If not, pause, go grab one, and then come back because you're going to be learning so much about yourself today. So I'm so excited. So for those of you guys that do not know much about the law of attraction, hey, Alyssa, so excited you're on here. So the law of attraction is an amazing law, just like the law of gravity. Whether we believe in it or not, it's still acting on us at all times, right? And the cool thing with that is that we have full control over what it is that we do, right? And sometimes we're like, it's that hard reality when we're like, shoot, like I am not where I want to be right now. And we need to take radical responsibility because the sum of our life so far has just been all of these little decisions that we've been making. And that's how we've got to where we are today, right? So we just need to take responsibility for that, but knowing that we have the power to completely change everything in our current moment and moving forward, which is so friggin' empowering, is it not? So there are 5 steps to the law of creation. So we're going to get right into this. So the very first thing is knowing what you do not want. And it's kind of cool because we can use what we don't want as this springboard to be able to catapult us into all of the things that we do desire in life. Um, and so the cool thing is that once you know what you don't want, that's where it all starts. So I want you guys to take out your pen and paper, and I'm going to go through some questions here, and you're gonna answer them, and you're just gonna say the very first number that comes to your mind. So I'm gonna go through, like, there are so many different goals. When you're setting goals, the very first thing you want to do is get clear on what it is that you're looking to achieve, right? Hey, Avril, so excited that you're on here, right? If we don't have a target to aim for, how the heck do we know what the heck we're doing to be able to hit that target? So we need to get very clear and concise on what it is that we're looking to achieve in our life. And then we need to break it down so we can take an action plan in order to get where we want to go. Okay? Sounds good, Avril. Have an awesome meeting. So for this first thing, I want you to just have your pen and paper out. I'm going to say a category, and you're just going to rate it from 1. 1 is like, it's not very important on your list. Like, you feel like you're doing pretty good in this area, so you don't really want to work on it right now. And 10 is like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be able to work on this goal. It's like you're super fired up about it. And the big thing with this is that you're going to write whatever that first number is that comes to your mind. Don't think about it. I'll say the category and then right away write down that number initially, okay? The reason behind that is our subconscious mind is really what we want to access here. That is where 90% of our actual thought process goes on. And sounds good, Alyssa. So 90% of your thought process is actually in your subconscious mind. And our subconscious mind was formed from way back when we were kids. So a lot of this programming we need to work to reprogram, right? So this 90% is what we want to access in order to figure out what your goals are so we can start working toward getting them. So the very first category, so you guys ready for this? So you're going to write down a number from 1 to 10. 0, or like 1 is like, I'm already really good at this. I don't really want to work on this right now. 10 is like, this, I need a lot of work in this area and I'm excited to work on it. Okay, so the very first category is your health. So first number that comes to your mind, write that number down. Awesome. Okay, ready. Second number, family. It's a number from 1 to 10. Third category, money. So how are you on that scale, 1 to 10? 1 is like you're killing it, you're doing awesome, you don't really want to work on that goal. 10 is like needs work, definitely high priority, want to work on this goal. Okay? So the next one is fun and recreation. How much fun are you having right now in your life? Is that something you want to improve on? Category number 5, career and business. So how are you feeling in your current career and business? Awesome. Next category, relationships. How are you doing with your current relationships? Is this something that you want to improve on? Is it high on your priority list? Or is it something that's low on your priority list and you do not really want to make any changes in this right now? Awesome. Okay, next one, your personal growth. So 1 to 10. Awesome. And then your spirituality. Awesome. So I want you to take your 3 categories that were your highest numbers. So those are the 3 categories that your soul is wanting to work on right now. And whatever those 3 categories are, if you're excited about them, if you're excited to work on these 3 categories, I want you to, when we go through the rest of this, to use those categories to be able to help you guide you through this. If not, choose the categories that you're excited to improve on. Those are the ones that you really want to do. So the ones that you're excited to set some goals, you're excited to really achieve those things. And so, like I said, if you are not where you want to be in those categories right now, that's okay. Because the cool thing is that we are a sum of all of these decisions that we've made up until our point right now. But we are now learning that we have radical responsibility. We can take radical responsibility for where we've been, and then we can choose different pathways, start reforming new habits so that we can start using this law to be able to attract in all of the desired things that we want in life. And like we said, the very first step is knowing what we do not want. So when you look at those categories, I want you to make a list of 20 things. 20 things in each one of those categories of things that you do not want. Okay, and these can be material things, they can be emotional things, they can be material things. Basically, anything can go on this list of things that you do not want. So, for example, if you're using your health, because I know that there's so we've got some workouts in here, we've got some amazing mindset stuff, and I know Alyssa is a personal trainer as well. So when we look at our health goals, so what are some things that we do not want with our current physical health? I don't want to be exhausted all the time. I don't want to be like unconfident in my body. I don't want to be feeling like I am just like dragging through my days. I don't want to be uncomfortable with my body weight. I don't want to wake up with this like mental fog. I don't want to be dragging my butt through my workouts. These are usually pretty easy for us to figure out because as a society, we're programmed to have this kind of like more negative outlook on life. And that's not for everybody, but as a society, those are kind of the ways that we have been trained, right? Like when you think about when in high school, when we had tests, we got our test results back. You looked at the mark that you got, and they're like, okay, let's focus on what you did wrong so that we can figure out how we can make that right. Right? But it's like the focus is on what's going wrong instead of the things that are going right. So when you look at those 20 things, if you want to like, you can pause this and pause it and get your 20 things and then hit play again. So have your list of 20 things you don't want. So that is your very first step to the law of creation. And the second step is knowing what you do want, which when you know what you don't want, you remember how I said that is really the springboard for to get you from where you currently are to where you want to go. So that's usually a lot of an easier category, right? And I want you guys to dream big, right? Like you've been told so often that you aren't able to do things, you're not smart enough, you're not capable. But for the time that you're here with me, anything is possible. Do not put any caps on your life, any of those sections of goals that you're currently working on. Let your mind wander. Let your mind wander at the possibilities and don't place any judgment on those things that go on your list. Because when you put it out there, you're going to find a way to have it happen. And that's when opportunities are going to come into your life so you can do it. But you need to make that decision first. You need to be bold and you need to make the decision of all of these amazing things you want in your life. So take your list of 20 things that you don't want and then flip it over into your list of 20 things that you do want in that category. And I suggest you go through like that category. Don't work on more than 3 things at once, because when we're working on too many things, it just gets overwhelming and then we don't do any of them well. So even if you just want to choose one category to start with, and then you can redo this process every few months. And then just keep checking in with yourself and seeing which areas you want to improve. And it's all about balance, right? Like it's about moving these up like on the scale, kind of like slowly, but like moving up a couple and then moving up a couple. And then you might go down a little bit on one. So it's all about balance and finding what personally works for you. And this is something that happens over time. So when you think of all of those things you do want, right? Like, so let's go back to that health example. So I want to be able to be like totally energized. I want to wake up with mental clarity. I want to be living in a body that I love. I want to be feeling confident. I want to be feeling like good in my body, right? I want to be motivated. I want to be excited for what I'm working on. What are all of these things that you just really, really, really want? Maybe you want to be in like a fitness competition and it seems like it's a little bit like far out there. You're like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. Like, I'm not quite sure. Like, whatever those big dreams are, whatever thoughts are coming into your head right now, write them down on that list. Do not place any judgment. Awesome. So that is the first and the second step. So I want you to take that first step. We do not need to look at that because what we focus on, we find. And if we find that we're focusing on the negative things in life, we're always going to find more negative things in life. If we're focusing on the positive things in life, we're always going to be finding some positive things in our life. And they might be very small things. And that's okay, right? It's all just about finding those little things in your day that is going right. Because the more that you focus on them, what you focus on also expands. So if we're choosing to focus on the good things, we're going to start finding more good things and we're going to get more good things and more good things and more good things, right? So like if I told you to think about a black cat right now, right? Think about that black cat. I want you to close your eyes, picture that black cat. I want you to stop thinking about that black cat. Like stop thinking about the black cat, right? Like you keep thinking about the black cat because that's where your mind does. Our minds are actually doing everything that we tell them to do. So if things aren't working out in your life right now, that's where we take radical responsibility and we start checking in with our thoughts and we start checking with the emotions that we're having in our body because they're all connected, which is so cool. Our bodies are literally, there's an emotional guidance system in there. Our thoughts and our emotions all tie in to lead us exactly where we need to go. We don't need to listen to anybody externally. We don't need to listen to society. We don't need to listen to anybody else. Our bodies are telling us all our jobs are as human beings is to follow the good emotions, follow the gratitude, follow the love, and follow the excitement. And it is always going to lead you where you need to go, okay? So step number 3 is to find your limiting beliefs. And all a belief is an thought that you're having, plus the emotion that's tied with it, with repetition, right? So these are your current conditioned beliefs. I'm going to draw this out for you. So right now you've got this kind of pattern. You've got this pattern of beliefs that you have in your head. And remember, like we said, a lot of these are from your childhood, from when you were growing up. Maybe you got bullied in high school. Maybe you spoke up one time and then you got yelled at for speaking your truth. So now you're like, oh my gosh, like I'm not going to speak my truth. These are all limiting beliefs. So are these thoughts either limiting you or are they empowering you? That's what it comes down to. And are your beliefs limiting you from reaching those amazing 20 things that you said that you really want to do with your goal? Or are they positive and they're empowering you into achieving them? So our brains are like basically running on a racetrack. And with repetition, it like literally like goes around and round and round, just like we build habits, right? And it eventually starts building this trench. And as we go through this, that's how our habits are formed. So we have this current set of habits, and if we want to change them, we can totally do that, right? Neuroplasticity, the science that they have these days, proves that we can change our thoughts, which change the chemical emotions in our body, which in turn change our actual DNA. What? Yeah, you can literally change your DNA. So nothing is permanent, everything is always in motion, and you can literally do anything that you set your mind to. So when we are creating a new habit in our lives, we're going to start going around this trench, and it's just going to be a little bit, but we still got all of these kind of limiting patterns that are holding us back, right? Like all of this blue, they're all limiting patterns. And we've really got to like have this focus and this consistency. That's why I say work on small things. The accumulation of success is just taking one small action, turning it into habit through that repetition, and then building on it, right? So if you're wanting to go back to those health goals, if you're wanting to lose weight, right? You're not going to go change your exercise, change your nutrition, change everything all overnight, and then like be getting more sleep, because you're going to fall off the wagon. You're going to get stressed. You're going to get anxious. You're going to just fall off and think that it's way too hard to do. So choose one small thing that you can do every single day to move yourself forward consistently. And then over the course of a year, all of those little things are going to start moving you forward. Okay? So number 3 is finding those limiting beliefs. So I want you to look at that list of what you do want. So the list of what you don't want, step number 1, you can either fold your page over so you don't look at it. You can do a little ceremony. You can rip it off. You can do a ceremony. You can burn it. You can say, thank you so much for serving me up to this point, but I am so excited to let you go. I'm so excited to move forward. And I'm so excited to focus on all of these big dreams, ambitions, and goals that I have in life. You can tear it up into little pieces, get creative, however you want to destroy that do not want list. Go for it, have some fun. So now we're going to focus on our do want list. Okay, we're going to find out what these limiting beliefs are that we have behind this list. And if you guys want to put in the comments, what these big dreams, aspirations, or goals are that you have right now. I'd absolutely love to see it. And then once you do that, we're going to ask ourselves, this is where we get real and raw. Growth is not easy because we have to be very, very, very responsible for our own actions. And this is where our ego comes in and starts blaming other people. Oh, I wasn't successful because this happened, or I wasn't successful because of this person, or this or that. You start becoming the victim, right? Like, no, in this, you need to take full responsibility for your actions so that you can start moving forward in your life. Whenever you find yourself playing that blame game, check in with yourself and really look within, because literally all of the answers are within, as much as we don't want to believe it sometimes. So when you're looking at this list of all of these amazing things you do want in life, I want you to ask yourself, why do I not have this in my life yet? Go one by one through that list and start asking yourself that. Why do I not have this in my life yet? And let the mean girl come out. Let her out. Let her out to be completely real, raw, and honest, right? Because if we can't get to those real, honest thoughts and those beliefs, then we can never change them, right? Release that judgment from yourself. Release the judgment. It's okay to let this out right now, because this is how we move forward. We take full responsibility for the reasons why, and then we make a game plan to move forward. Okay, so go through that list of 20 things that you do want in life, your big dreams, goals, aspirations. Ask yourself why. Why do I not have this in my life yet? And ask yourself why a couple levels deep. Right? So if I want to be, if I say like want to increase my energy, I really, really, really want to just like be energized throughout my day. And I say like, why am I not energized? Well, because I'm lazy. Well, why am I lazy? Well, I don't know. Like I'm not motivated, right? So I'm not lazy. I'm not motivated. I don't have the right resources. Like I don't have the right tools to be able to do it. No, okay, there's another thing, right? What are all of these reasons? Write them down because there are an abundant amount of resources out there for us to achieve our goals. And it's just a matter of uncovering what these beliefs are that are holding us back so that we can actually find solutions, right? Like we're blessed to live in this day and age where literally everything is one Google search away. You realize how blessed we are? Literally one Google search away. And you can start finding tools and resources to try, be curious, try new things, get yourself out there, and something will work. Great, woohoo, keep doing it. If it doesn't work, that's okay. Give yourself a pat on the back for trying something new and then try something else. Literally be like a kid picking up candy, right? You see a candy, you're like, oh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Like try new things. That's the only way you're going to be able to find these solutions. So go through that list, find all of those limiting beliefs that are holding you back from reaching your dreams, your ambitions, your big goals you have in life. Okay, so that is number 3. Once we know what those thoughts are, then we go into step number 4. And step number 4 is the rewiring process. And remember how I said a belief is just a thought plus an emotion plus repetition. So I'm going to write that down. So a belief equals a thought plus emotion plus repetition, right? So it's just like that racetrack. You're going to keep repeating until it becomes a habit. So it goes from your conscious mind into your subconscious mind, and then it just becomes a habit, right? Our brains are just like computer programs. We have this conscious mind, which is like a software program. And then we have a hardware, which is like our subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind is actually the bigger operating system, right? It's just like my computer. I've got Facebook Live open, which I can see. But what are all of these things going on in the background that are actually making this happen? It's a reality. We can't see them. They're running automatically. Okay? So we're going to start rewiring. So once you have your list of the reasons why you're not achieving them, all of your mean girl statements, that you're lazy, that you're not good enough, that you're afraid to fail. Maybe you're afraid of the success that you might have. Like, am I able to handle it? I'm going to get overwhelmed. I don't have the support. Like, I need better resources. What are all of these things that are holding you back from reaching that true potential? And I want you to take that list and we're going to turn them from a limiting belief, and we're going to shift them into an empowered belief. An empowered statement that you can stand behind that is going to start bringing you toward your goals. Okay? So for example, if I have the limiting belief that I am afraid to fail, right? So I'm afraid to fail. So that is a limiting belief because it is pulling me so far away from where I want to go that it's limiting my potential, right? In order for me to pull it into an empowering belief that is going to expand on where I am and bring me closer to my goals, closer to my vision, closer to my ambitions, that's what we need. So if we take that, I'm afraid to fail, we can change it into any statement that feels good to you, right? Like I love using the words like, I am so excited to, right? Like, so instead of I'm scared to fail, I am so excited to try something new. I am so excited because when I try something new, I could find my passion. I am so excited to try something new so I can learn some more, like have some more knowledge. Whatever that statement is that you're looking to achieve, you can do it. And just shift it into that belief statement where it's going to start empowering you. So you can start with I am excited to, or I am so grateful for, or I'm in the process of learning. I'm in the process of becoming, right? Like if it feels like too like far-fetched for you to say I am confident, right? Like I am learning to be confident. You can see how that works. If you guys have any questions about like you're unsure how to flip these limiting belief statements that you have found, that you've uncovered. If you're unsure how to shift them into a more empowered statement, then feel free to put them in the comments and I'll come back into here and I will help you to do that. Okay? So finding out what these new empowering beliefs are so important, right? This is what is going to get you to your dreams and your goals. And now we work on the rewiring process. So once you have your big list of new empowered beliefs, you can do a few things. You can cut out pictures, if you can make a vision board, right? What you focus on, you're going to find. So you can make a vision board. If you don't know what a vision board is, you can Google it. But you're going to take out pictures, you're going to take out different things that remind you of all of these amazing dreams and goals, put them up on a board where you're going to see it every single day. You can also do sticky notes. So I am in the process of becoming so confident in my body. I am so excited to try something new today. Put these on sticky notes, put them on your mirror, or write them down on a big list. And every single morning when you get up, read this list. Read it with excitement. Read it with passion. Right? A belief is a thought. So the words that you're saying plus the emotion, right? That's where most people go wrong, is they don't have the emotion. So I'm going to teach you an amazing trick that has worked wonders for me that I learned, and it will help you so much to be able to bring this emotion into it, right? Because how many times when you're in this low vibrational state and you're sitting there, you're like not feeling confident at all. Like you're not feeling confident at all. And you're reading this statement. It's like, I am in the process of becoming confident. You're like, this is not working. I am in the process of becoming confident. This is still not working, right? Because you're not having that emotion. You need to feel the feels of the emotion, right? And one trick that you can do for that is like, think back to a time when you were that thing. Or imagine what it would feel like to feel that way. Close your eyes and really embody what it feels like. Take yourself back in your mind to a time when you felt really excited and confident and happy, and really just feel those emotions. Once you start really feeling those emotions, say that affirmation again. And that's how you're really going to start the rewiring process. But a fun tip that you can do is you can record yourself. So you can, kind of fun, you can go on YouTube, you can type up inspirational music, epic music. You can find a cool like tune with no words you absolutely love. And then on your phone, if you have an iPhone, you have a voice notes app. I'm sure on Android, other ones, there's other voice notes, things where you can record yourself. And you're going to have your list of affirmations. You're going to dance. You're going to get yourself excited in that high vibrational state, the one where you're feeling super good, you're feeling awesome. And then you're going to record yourself saying it. Okay, so you're just going to go through your list. I am so excited and grateful that I'm feeling so confident today. I am so excited and grateful that every single day I am getting closer to my goals. I am so excited to be learning something new every single day. I am so happy that there is no such thing as failure anymore. I'm just going to keep failing forward until I get to my goals and my dreams. So record yourself saying these things. And once you have your recording, you can like play the music in the background, record yourself. I'm going to say you're going to have to record it a couple times, probably like 3 or 4 times, because you'll build confidence as you go. And you'll be able to feel that energy difference. So the key with this is that when you're in that low vibrational energy state where you're kind of feeling weird, you're like reading your affirmations really isn't going to do enough, that you can put in your headphones, you can listen to yourself when you are feeling super good, super awesome, and you're going to speak to that person that is you. It is so powerful when you can be speaking to you in this high vibrational energy state, and you're going to feel it's going to uplift you. Listen to this multiple times a day if you can. Sometimes I listen to my recording like 3 or 4 times in the morning. It's best if you can do it like right away in the morning. If you meditate, doing it right after your meditation is prime. And then right before bed. So do a meditation and then listen to it and then go to bed. Because it's actually going to reprogram throughout you while you sleep. But the cool thing is with that is that you're getting that high vibrational energy and embodying that emotion of what it feels like. And then through repetition over time, you're going to start finding that your belief system is changing. You're going to start achieving things that you actually wanted to achieve that wasn't possible for you before. And it's just going to start building your belief even more. And you're going to come to a point where you're listening to that recording. You're like, yo, this is me. What the heck? Like literally a couple months ago, I made this recording so that I could become this. And now I'm me. Like, this is me. Like, I am confident. I am energized. I'm feeling good. Oh, shoot. Guess what that means? It means you need to redo your recording. You need to redo this exercise so you can up level your goals. There's constant up leveling throughout your life, right? If you're not growing, you're dying. We don't want to be dying. We want to be growing, right? So keep redoing this process over and over again. You can do it for multiple things. And then step number 5 in the law of creation is to have faith, to really trust and surrender to the process, right? Because we really need to be able to dream big. We don't need to worry about the how. We need to just worry. We need to put it out to the universe. What is it that we want? And then we're going to have resources come into our lives that are going to start fulfilling these needs, right? It might be like there's some crazy things on Instagram and Facebook. They like legit listen to you. So they'll always give you little suggestions as to things that you already need. So many times I'm like, I really need some new shorts. And then like all of a sudden on Instagram, I'm like, these nice pair of shorts come up and I'm like, woo, this is awesome, right? It's just, we need to make that decision. We need to be bold, put it out there, share with your friends what your goals are. Put them on paper, get them out of your head, put them out into the world as much as you can. Telling other people is key. Put it out there, release the how, live in the everyday moment, and trust that as long as you're doing everything that you can today with that goal in mind, you're in alignment with that goal. It's not a matter of if you're going to achieve this goal, it's a matter of when. And as long as we keep moving forward, setting micro goals, what are 3 things that I can do today to move me forward closer toward my goal? What are 3 things today that I can do to get me closer to my goal? What are 3 things that I did today that I'm grateful for? All right, at the end of the day, write that down. And then next day, what are 3 things that I can do today that is going to move me closer to my goal? Keep doing that. You're going to get to where you want to go. And it's going to be so incredible. And if you guys found value in all of this, please share it out. Like, feel free to take any knowledge you learned from me, share it out to your networks, because honestly, the more people that start achieving and living into their purpose that they have inside their soul, the more happiness each individual person is going to have. And the more the collective of all of us is going to be happier. Especially in this time of the coronavirus, there's a lot of people that are struggling right now. So being able to take on these massive goals that we have and be able to break them down into small achievable things, remove the limiting beliefs that we have, and just really focus on those tiny little things, the more we're all going to be happier. So just to recap this 5 steps of creation for you. So the very first step was knowing what you do not want in life. So you wrote down your list of 20 to 25 things that you do not want in that certain category that you're working on right now. We ripped it up, we burned it, we had a ceremony, we thanked it for everything that it's done for us, because we know that everything in our life has been there for a reason and it's got us to where we are today. So say thank you to it, and then release it, let it go. You no longer need it, you're ready to move on. We move on to step number 2. Step number 2 is what we do want in life. This is the fun part. Dream big, go as big as you want. Right? Like, this is where you're putting it out there. You don't know how you're going to do it yet. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because it'll come. So make your list of what you do want. Step number 2 is knowing what you do want. Step number 3 is finding those limiting patterns, the limiting beliefs, the limiting habits that you have, and asking yourself, why do I not have the things in my life right now that I want? Be totally radically responsible and have that full honesty with no judgment to find out what these key things are. Once we know what we don't want, and we have those reasons as to why, those limiting beliefs that are holding us back, we're going to shift them into those empowering beliefs, which is step number 4, where the reprogramming comes in. So we're really going to reprogram all of those new empowering beliefs. Whenever we have that thought come into our head that's limiting, we're going to correct it. We're going to say, nope, I'm not using that belief anymore. I'm choosing this one. I know where I'm going, right? You're the boss. You get to choose your thoughts, which is so powerful. So step number 4 is the reprogramming. So you can do your vision board. You can do your sticky notes. You can do your affirmations. You can do your recording. And repetition. Repetition and consistency wins over skill every single time, right? Most successful people, it's not because they're anything special, just because they refuse to freaking give up. They're the most stubborn mother effers ever, right? That's what you want to be. You want to be resilient. You want to be stubborn. in achieving your dreams and your goals. So that's step number 4. Step number 5 is to just release control. Allow what's going to happen as long as you're doing everything in the present moment with that goal in mind, doing all of your current actions in alignment with that goal. Trust that you're going to get there. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So thank you guys so much for being on here with me today. I hope that you took some value out of here. If you guys have any questions for me, please feel free to put them below. If you want to personally message me, ask anything that you want. I'm so excited for all of you guys to really start taking some really aligned action toward your goals. Using these 5 steps can literally change your entire world. So I am so freaking excited for you all. Thank you again, Alyssa, for putting on this amazing workshop. Everybody that's been presenting in here, doing their workouts, the yoga, everything. You're all so incredible, and I'm so honored to be in this group alongside of everybody. So thank you so much. Have the most incredible day today. And I love you all. And just remember, guys, it's totally safe to open up your heart and open up your mind and dream big with your life, because we only have one life, guys, and we may as well make it a freaking epic one. So love you guys. Have the most incredible day today, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.